It's so important, guys, that we continue to keep training, and I have to say, I'm very pleased that you keep pushing the instructors the way you do, because the more you train, the better you get, the more pushes us. Because we're like, oh yeah, okay, we need to go up. We train more, we learn more. And I know that I had great privilege yesterday driving home from Manchester. I was working at the BBC in my truck, thinking about all the stuff that I wanted to mash you up with. And I know for a fact all the other instructors feel exactly the same. So well done on a fantastic day. I have to say, I know I keep saying this event gets better and better, but I think the more we do it, the more you understand it, and the better and stronger you are in class, the better quality your work is, and the more you get out of the week. So I just want to say well done. So what we'll do is we'll start, because you guys just had it, we're going to do Bagsy first, so we're going to do some demonstrations and stuff. I just want to make a reminder to everybody that this part of the day, this day is not like a, hey, come on a street dance do show at the end of the week. That is not what this event is. This event is about learning and a journey. And if you've gone away with knowing something that you can practice and do, then we're really happy. We don't expect polished performances. That is for the crews and your own dance schools, whatever you do, your own shows. This is about having fun and enjoying it, and maybe just show the rest of the groups and your friends and your family who might want to see what you've done. It's not about a polished show. Is that all good? So don't worry if you go wrong, your face isn't going to fall off, it's going to be okay, it's all going to be good. Do feel free, if you want to film stuff, you guys already filmed anyway, so if you want to film it, everybody like, sorry what? Yeah. So do feel free to film stuff, everything else, you're all good to go. All I would maybe suggest is, don't put it up on YouTube or anything, unless you get the permission of the choreographer whose work it is, and also for the juniors, you can't put it up anyway because they're all on 16. But if you want to have it for like practice and going home, we're cool with that. Is that all good? I want to say shigindi. Alright, cool. So, as you know, you all had Bagsy whacking today, so should we have, oh hang on, you're Nicholas Brothers, aren't you? Yeah, so we have Nicholas Brothers up. Everyone else push like that. So do you want to go?
Whacking is a theatrical dance. It actually started in the gay clubs in the 70s, and it was revolutionized by a man called Shabadoo who brought it into the heterosexual world. Now, whacking, just like locking, involves arms, which you see, which you're most commonly aware of, but whacking. It involves punking, which is the behavior side of it. When you're punking, you show feelings of emotion. You're angry, you're sad, you're surprised, you're shy. If you look at 1970s style movies and black and white movies and pictures, you see them posing like, oh my God, this, that, just to describe an emotion. So with whacking, you don't just have the arms, you have the footwork, you have the behavior, you have the posing, you have the punking, you have all of that, and your space, and you perform to the audience, in your zone, everywhere. That's a very, very, very quick way of describing whacking. Here are the pioneers of whacking as well. You've got people like Anna Sanchez. We go way before that. People like Tinker and Angel, who were actually part of the original whackers. If you look at Diana Ross's performance, 1979 performance at Caesar Palace, the whackers performed on that stage. The original whackers were on that stage.
See how that feels? Try doing it
Over 50 tracks for house, for crumb, for locking, for whacking, for breaking, for popping, for juking, for footworking, for contemporary, experimental. It's all there, and it's for you. You guys can download music, you can see videos, watch interviews of all of these people. All of these people give their music on that site. So now you get to listen to what they listen to. So please check it out. Alright, so bad, is it? Yeah, pretty cool. Okay. Thank you, welcome. Thanks, guys.